What is up, everyone? Tony Picks MMA here with another prediction video. Gonna be giving in my predictions for UFC 228. If you guys enjoy my predictions, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be giving in my predictions for the main fight card, along with a screenshot of the full list of predictions for this event. Without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Kicking off the main fight card, we have Abdul, Razak, AlHasan squaring off with Nico, the hybrid Price. Pretty straightforward matchup. AlHasan going to be looking to finish the fight early. 100% of his wins have come by KO or TKO, so it's no surprise they're going to be looking to keep this fight standing up. He is at a 3-inch reach disadvantage, so it's going to be interesting to see how Nico Price uses that. AlHasan's going to have to get in close. He has been out wrestled before, so he doesn't really have a good wrestling game, although he does have decent judo. Haven't really seen it much inside of the UFC. With Nico Price, so we have more of the long, rangy striker, uses his jab very well. He is a grinder. Sometimes he's willing to take too many strikes standing up. We've seen that in previous fights. Although he is tough and he is able to take that damage, sometimes it's unnecessary. So it's going to be interesting to see him in this fight. He's underrated. I'm very surprised that he's the underdog in this fight. I think this fight is a very good matchup for Price. Price has shown that he's able to take hard strikes, land takedowns, and finish the fight on the ground. He does have a decent submission game, and he's comfortable off of his back. We've seen that against Randy Jackson. Before Nico Price finished him, he was taking some decent shots off of his back, but he was still comfortable nonetheless. He didn't panic or anything. He stayed comfortable. So it's going to be interesting to see his stand-up. I don't want to see him standing up with AlHasan taking any damage that he doesn't need to, because he could very well get slept in this fight. With that being said, guys, I'm going to give this fight to the hybrid Nico Price. I think this is going to be a comfortable win for him. He's going to use his distance well with the jab, look for that takedown. I really think that once he gets the takedown, it's going to be over for AlHasan. I think Nico Price is going to be able to grind him out of the first round. Once it's out of the first round, after taking that pressure, I really think AlHasan's going to be gassed. With that being said, guys, I'm going to lock in Nico Price via unanimous decision or even a finish in the later second or third rounds. Moving on to the second fight of the main card, we got Jessica Andrade squaring off with Karolina Kowalczyk. This is a straightforward, easy prediction pick for me, guys. I got Jessica Andrade all day. I think she's going to be able to walk Karolina Kowalczyk down, take some of her best shots, possibly deliver some big shots of her own, but I really think she's just going to be able to dominate her with her strength, pick her up, take her to the ground, deliver some brutal ground and pound, and possibly finish with a guillotine or rear naked choke. I think that we've seen with Jessica Andrade, she's just able to walk down lethal strikers and take their best strikes. We've seen it with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Even though she lost that fight, she really did take Joanna's best strikes and she kept moving forward. It's just Joanna is a next level fighter with her striking. Although Karolina does have some wicked striking of her own and some good stand-up, I really don't think it's enough to stop Andrade. We've seen how much trouble Karolina had with Claudia Gadelha. Gadelha was able to take her shots, pick her up, take her down, and finish with a submission. I really think it's going to be a repeat with Andrade. I don't think this is a good matchup at all for Karolina. With that being said, guys, I'm going to lock in the unanimous decision win for Jessica Andrade, or possibly even a submission victory for Andrade. Moving on to the next bout, we got Zabit Magomedsharipov squaring off with Brandon Killer B Davis. Once again, another easy, straightforward prediction. I think this is going to be a stand-up fight. Brandon Davis is too willing to keep the fight standing to make any effort, I think, in avoiding the danger that Zabit has on his feet. Although Zabit really does possess a complete game, training with Ricardo Almeida, so he does have that beautiful BJJ, has a complete wrestling game, has some wicked sweeps, and also training with Mark Henry, so he's a stand-up specialist, of course. I really think this could get nasty. With that being said, guys, I'm going to give this fight a confident prediction with Zabit Magomed Sharipov via first round KO. Moving on to the co-main event of the evening, we have the flyweight women's title on the line with Niko Montaigne against Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. I mean, I'm going to sound pretty repetitive here, but I think we have a pretty straightforward, easy prediction here with Valentina Shevchenko. I just don't think Montaigne is up to par yet with any aspect really of Shevchenko's game, whether it's the striking, the ground game, even the wrestling. I think that Montaigne is a decent fighter. She mixes in her shots, her striking with her takedowns well. She's a grinder fighter, but she's just not ready for someone like Valentina Shevchenko, who's fighting at her natural weight of 125. I mean, if you just look at the last 4 fights Valentina's had, that some wicked wins recently over, I believe, Caitlin Keshuhara, Juliana Pena. That was a wicked armbar against, really, Pena was a submission specialist. That was the last kind of method of victory I think anyone was expecting Shevchenko to win over Pena. And 2 wicked bouts with Amanda Nunes, who's a champ at 135. And so, I mean, she's gone the distance with a champ. A hard-hitting 135er. I don't think Montaigne poses any threat whatsoever in the stand-up at all. I really think that this is the division for Shevchenko. I think she's going to rule this division for a while. I think there's possibly going to be room for a super fight, a double championship kind of style fight if she gets the title fight and kind of wants to challenge someone at the 135 division. But a pretty straightforward pick here. I really think that Shevchenko is going to rule the stand-up right from the start with her kicks and her just the way she strikes. She's going to avoid the takedowns. I think at some point in the fight, she's going to rock Montaigne. Montaigne is going to drop, and she's going to end up finishing the fight via TKO. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna submit a pretty confident pick here with Valentina Shevchenko via TKO in the early first or second rounds. Moving on to the main event. Much anticipated bout I've been waiting to see for a while now. Tyron Woodley squaring off against Darren Till. I'm basically going to list both these fighters' strengths, and then I'm going to give you guys my prediction on who I think is going to win and their decision. So starting off with Till, you got an undefeated, confident fighter. He's very lengthy. He has a very smart stand-up. He walks down his opponent. He does a very nice job with his jab and his 1-2 combo. So he throws a nice jab and a cross with his leg kicks. He doesn't get too excited when he walks down his opponent. So he's not fighters that walk down and look for the big shot right away. He kind of walks them down, and he likes to gauge the kind of fighter that, well, the kind of striker that he's facing. So we'll throw a lot of feints with his stand-up, see how the fighters react, what their initial shots are going to be, and see if they keep throwing those shots. That way he can think of a counter before he throws a shot. So he's constantly thinking while he's walking down his fighters. He has a wide variety of shots, so he throws in the leg kicks. He has that weird kind of kick below the knee that John Jones uses well. He used that well against Wonderboy Thompson, kind of ruined Wonderboy's knee. Although I can't see him using the same strategy against Woodley, because Woodley's not going to be jumping around like that. I don't really see Till relying on that kick. We haven't got to see much of Till's takedown defense, or defense really much of it. Early on in his career, he did have a TKO with some ground and pound, but we didn't really see much of his ground game really. It was kind of an early finish. Now, against him on the other side, you have Tyron Woodley, who's an absolute beast, an explosive fighter, great at closing the distance with insane speed. He has some top-level wrestling, even though we haven't really seen it a lot lately because he can just rely on his stand-up. He has some really top-level wrestling, and he trains with some of the best fighters over at American Top Team. He has some nasty leg kicks, which I'm really excited to see him utilize against a lengthy fighter like Darren Till. He does have some heavy ground and pound. When he's able to use his wrestling and get fighters on the ground, he does have some lethal ground and pound. So I've watched a lot of prediction videos, and a lot of predictors are basically predicting this for Till. They think Till's going to be able to walk Woodley down, pick his shots, and kind of just win the fight. I personally don't see the fight playing out like that. I think that Woodley has a good gauge on southpaw fighters, seeing as basically his last 6 fights have been against southpaw fighters, and Wonderboy Thompson in his last 2, kind of the same style fighter. Well, not really same style fighter, but a striker fighter like Till. I think that Till has this confidence to him when he walks fighters down, and he doesn't really hold his hands close to his chin. He kind of invites fighters in to throw a counter and to kind of see what they have, and I think that this could prove very costly against Woodley. I don't think he's fought anyone with nearly the amount of power as Woodley, or speed for that matter. It's just explosiveness. Not kicking speed or anything like that. I'm talking bare explosiveness, engaging that distance. I feel like Till needs to be very cautious when he's walking down Woodley and inviting him in. I think that this fight could end very early. Also, something I'd like to take into consideration is the fact that Till last fought overweight. He didn't make that big of an effort to shed those last few pounds against Thompson. He wasn't really concerned about that, and the weight cut has been a big concern for Till. He talks about in all his interviews that he hates the weight cut. It sucks for him. And I'm really interested to see what he's going to weigh in at on Friday night. I'd like to see Woodley go to the body in this fight. I feel like, I know Till's liver is going to be depleted. He's going to be shedding a lot of water and losing a lot of weight. So I really would like to see Woodley go to the body, because I don't really think any of these fighters want to go into the later rounds. Although we've seen Till go into later rounds with Thompson as a striking battle, and that would play out nice. I really do feel like Woodley wants to make a statement, seeing as his last 2 fights have kind of really been underperformances from his end. With that being said, guys, I'm going to lock in my prediction with Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. I really think his experience against southpaw fighters, his explosiveness and power really is just too much for Darren Till. I think Till's kind of cockiness and arrogance is going to lead him into some trouble. Although he does have a good chin and amazing stand-up, I just don't think he's ready for the power and explosiveness that Woodley's going to bring to this fight. So I'm going to lock in my prediction with Woodley via KO or decision. Thank you guys for watching my main fight card predictions. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a list of my full fight card predictions here. Those are 2 of the parlays I'm going to be playing. I'm also going to be playing a third that I did not include on here, but these are just some of the best odds, I think, for the best prices in terms of payout and chances of these fighters winning. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like my content, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, I'd like you guys to comment down below with your predictions and moving forward if you have any suggestions for my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one. Whoa. You really didn't think I'd forget my lights out prediction, did you? For this week's Sammy Lights Out Segs predictions, the kid is going against Tony Picks himself, 3-0. Sammy Lights Out is going with Darren Till via unanimous decision. It's been real, guys. Have a good one.